Hi, I'm Greg from Timeless Traveling RVing, and today we're going to be changing our oil in our Fleetwood Bounder F53 V10. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to run our engine for 15 to 20 minutes just to warm up that oil. So when we drain it, it all flows freely and we have a full draining. So I'm going to open up my engine compartment. And it'll expose us to a couple of things. One up here is the oil fill, and the oil we're going to be using today is a 5W20 GTX Edge oil that I use, full synthetic, and your dipstick. All right, so that comes all the way out. That's a long one. All right, so let's go underneath and start draining the oil. So we're underneath the RV now. And right here is the oil drain plug, and over here is your oil filter, and we'll be getting to that in a few minutes. So we're going to pull this bolt off, and there's a crossbar here, and it gets messy. So I have this funnel that you can get from Walmart, and it kind of makes it neater. It captures everything. So that's the first thing we're going to do. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to loosen the bolt. So what we're going to do is we're going to position this funnel, and we're going to try to do this as neat as possible. But you know how that goes. So first thing I'm going to do is remove this by hand. Just be careful, it might splash. Oh boy. Okay, so most of the oil is out, or all of the oil. Now we're just gonna wipe down our plug, and now we're gonna put it back on. All right, let's put it finger tight so I can move all this stuff out of the way. All right, and then just start cleaning up this right here. Clean our cross members. It's not rocket science, but just want to try to keep it clean as possible so we don't have too much dirt attract to it. All right, so it's hand tight. Okay, so this is the oil wrench, your typical belt wrench, strap wrench, and you're going to put it on. And unfortunately, this member's in the way. There you go. And she's coming. Well, let's see. I don't want to hurt this oil line. Let's see if I got it enough. Yep, I got it. And we're going to finagle this thing up here. All right, and we're going to do the best we can to try to capture some of this oil. By the way, it's like 100 degrees here today, so it's brutal. Okay, so we'll let the filter drain a little bit. Okay, so the filter drained, so we're just going to keep unscrewing it. There it is, and it's messy, my friends, so there's no other way around it. Make sure you have a nice tarp down, some plastic, and then you want to look at the mounting surface of the filter. Can you get up that way if you can? And you want to make sure that the seal on the filter came off with the filter, so it doesn't stick on, and then when you put your other filter on top of another one, then you're going to have an issue. So we'll let that drain. All right, so the old filter is removed, and I'm using today a Motorcraft FL820-S, which is the Ford's motor filter for this engine. So now I put some oil in it because it's a nice vertical install, and then I took some oil and went on the seal and lubricated the seal. All right, so we're just going to put it in place and screw it on, just like that. Okay, so the products we're using today is Castor Oil Edge full synthetic oil 5W20. You can get these at Walmart. This is like $27.50, and then this is like $8.50, I believe, each for each quart. As we know, you need 7 quarts for this motor. And then the Motorcraft FL820S is the manufacturer or OEM filter for this unit. You're gonna need a 5/8 inch wrench or socket and a strap wrench. If it articulates, it's good. You don't have to have it articulate, you just have to finagle it better underneath. But I like it because I can get it in different angles. So let's go put the oil in. Okay, so usually the easiest part of the job is adding the oil, but here we have very limited clearance. So let me take this off. All right, and I have to use quarts when I do this, so I have to take the funnel, stick it in, and very slowly, taking my time, add the oil. And like I said, this is the most tedious part because you don't want to spill it, and the clearance is, there isn't a lot of clearance, so we're going to have to use the quart bottles to fill the whole thing. Okay, so we have our 7 quarts of oil added. Everything is cleaned up. I did really good with it, and I didn't really make a mess. Now we're just going to put the filler cap back on. Okay, that's on. And now we're gonna start up the engine and check for leaks. All right, so we have all our oil added. The oil fill cap is back installed. We started up the engine. No oil leaks, everything looks good. So the last thing we're gonna have to do is check the dipstick level. And I'll do that a few minutes after the oil has seeped, back down into the tank. All right, so we started our engine, we checked for leaks, there was none, we're good there, everything's nice and clean. Oil fill is back on. Now we're just gonna check the level. It's a long dipstick, right? And you wanna make sure that the oil level is right in the middle or a little bit higher, in which it is, right? And it's nice and clean. So we wipe it off, put her back in. In place. Nice. And then we close her up. Well, that's it for today. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell down below. This way you know when a new video comes out. Thanks for watching, and remember, traveling is timeless.